Hello, I'm Charles Gross.
And I'm Leslie Hoban.
And this is kind of a two on the aisle extra. We recently reviewed Angels in America Part 1 and 2, and you can see that here on YouTube. One of the prime characters in Angels is Roy Cohn, who was actually a real person. And Leslie and I each have our own Roy Cohn story, and we're going to tell them to you now. Now, mine took place in 1959. This was before I was born. Roy Cohn and a group of investors had taken over Lionel Trains, and Lionel Trains was not doing well. So they hired Gray Advertising to help them figure out what they should do. My father had just joined Gray, was a junior executive there, and he was a marketing expert. So it fell to him to figure out why Lionel Trains, what direction Lionel Trains should go. And my father did his homework, did his research, and he said to them, look, you guys make trains, and they're good trains, but this is the era we've built the superhighways. Boys are interested in cars and trucks. So you have to consolidate your train line, and you have to make, a line of toy cars and toy trucks. And the representatives from Lionel looked at the report, they said, we don't like this, take it out. My father stood his ground. He said, no, this is what you have to do. And they were furious. And they went to his superiors at Gray, and they said, we want you to take this out of the report, and we want you to fire this guy. So Gray compromised. They took that out of the report, but they kept my father on. He was there for like 30 years.
He was the original madman.
Well, he was a madman, even though no one used that term until the TV series started. No one ever used the term madman until that TV series was on the air. But the bottom line is, here is what happened. Lionel went bankrupt. And what were the popular toys of the 60s and 70s? Tonka, Hot Wheels, Matchbox, Corgi, Motorific, etc.
You know them all.
So where does Roy Cohn fit into this? Well, Cohn was unaware of what had happened. And when he found out, he was livid. He said, that's what we needed to hear. What idiot had it taken out of the report?
Where was Roy Cohn? What was his part?
Roy Cohn was running Lionel at the time.
Oh, I don't think you mentioned that.
I did. At the beginning,
Cohn I guess I didn't
and a group
hear
of
it.
investors took over Lionel Trains, so he was the president of Lionel Trains at the time. So it's very possible that one marketing executive did lose his job. It just wasn't my father.
Okay, well, good for you.
You actually met the man.
I did more than meet the man.
Oh.
The thing is, I was raised to abhor this man. I was raised to think of him as the devil incarnate, okay? Mm-hmm. Starting with the McCarthy trial and, the McCarthy nonsense and everything that had to do with Roy Cohn.
His first claim to fame was as an aide to Joseph McCarthy.
Yes. I'll tell the story. All right, so I'm in graduate school, and I have a boyfriend, and his name is Albert Nierenberg. I believe he's now passed away. But he was a young lawyer just out of law school who got to be an intern in Roy Cohn's office. This was a big deal. First of all, Roy Cohn is Jewish, Al Nierenberg was Jewish. This was very nice. Roy liked good-looking guys around him, whether they were straight or not straight. Al was
a lot like
very
Joseph
straight.
Pitt.
Yeah, but except that he was Jewish and very straight, not not confused about his sexuality in any way. And so I get a phone call from Al. And Al's on the phone. He says, look, I have a favor to ask. I want you to come to dinner. I said, that's not a favor. He said, no, I want you to come to dinner tonight, and I want you to keep your mouth shut. And I went, what? And he said, Roy is going to take us out to dinner, and you can't say anything. And I was like, uh-huh. So I said, let's let this play out. So I said, fine. And he said, dress up. So I dressed up. I had a little black dress and high heels. I dressed like that in those days. Everybody did. And Roy Cohn and his then lady friend / beard, whose name was April something. You can look her up online somewhere. She was a dancer, very, very pretty, and not unintelligent. She was interesting. We talked to each other for the evening. Okay, so there we are, the four of us, and we go to La Grenouille, which is still there on the Upper East Side. And I mean, this is a place I've only read about in books and magazines. I never thought I would go to La Grenouille, and there I am in La Grenouille, and we actually ordered, that translates as frog's legs, so I ordered frog's legs for the first time, only time. And Roy was an absolutely amicable dinner party, except for his habit of reaching over to my plate and saying, "Can I try that?" And before I could say yes or no, he was already there and having it. In the meantime, every time I opened my mouth to go, Al would go like this. I was black and blue up and down one whole side. The next thing that happened was he took us to see some major play. I think it was Neil Simon, but I don't remember which one it was. Some Neil Simon play on Broadway after dinner. Now, I wasn't told we were going to the theater after dinner. Whoa, this is big stuff. And by this time, my side is beginning to feel okay, and Al realizes I'm not going to say anything to embarrass him. And we go off, and we have this lovely... And then he takes us to a place called Shepherd's, which was a big, fancy Upper East Side disco. Mm-hmm. Again, not something I would ever go to on my own. And we go dancing. So I had an extraordinary evening.
Did you dance with Roy Cohn?
I did not. I wasn't asked to, and I did not. I danced with my boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And Roy danced with his friend and anybody else. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know anything about his sexuality. I only knew about his politics, so I wasn't looking to see who he was dancing with. But the idea was that I had to explain to my parents that I had a very nice evening with Roy Cohn when they wanted me to say, "That lousy rat did so-and-so." And he was very nice. He just ate off my plate a lot. Mm. He paid for everything.
All right, well,
and that was an expensive evening. For those days, that was an expensive evening. Top of the line, man. Top of the line. Oh, anyway, that's my Roy Cohn story.
All right. And we'll see you on the aisle. How did he get you to shut up, by the way?
Yeah. Like that. Okay. Only my arm wasn't there. It was like right in the side.
Okay.